Kubernetes and oceanic terms go hand in hand, as Kubernetes stands for helmsman of a ship. A helmsman is someone who steers a ship like a container ship. You guessed it right, that pro is also a seafaring term. And in this video, we are going to discuss what exactly is Kubernetes Pro. Before Kubernetes, what is Pro? A Pro is a bow of ship. In other words, Pro is a pointed projecting front part of the ship which is outside of the water. So in the context of Kubernetes, the story goes like this, that the Kubernetes community was trying hard to keep its head above water in matters of CI/CD pipelines. Their needs included the execution of more than 11,000 or 12,000 CI/CD jobs every day, spanning over 100 plus different repositories in various GitHub orgs and other automation technology stacks that were just not simply capable of handling everything at this mega scale. Kubernetes community believes that instead of drowning in managing large scale CI/CD pipelines, Pro would help them stay out of the water. And that is why they named it Pro. Okay, so what is Pro in Kubernetes world? The definition is that Pro is a continuous integration or CI system maintained by Kubernetes special interest group testing to test Kubernetes on Kubernetes. Pro is designed and built on a distributed microservice architecture native to Kubernetes, and it is open source. So now let's have a quick look at the Pro architecture in terms of its salient components. Pro is a complicated and complex component and project, but there are few salient components which we can have a look to better understand it. These are again in the shipping terms like hook, plank, deck, horologium, and sinker. So let's see one by one what exactly they are. Hook in the oceanic terms or the non-Kubernetes terms or non-technical terms, when the boat is in operation, the bow hook should always be forward acting as be ready in the bow with boat hook when approaching ship's gangway. In the Kubernetes terms, this hook acts as an API gateway to intercept all requests from GitHub, which then creates a pro job custom resource that reads the job configuration as well as calls any specific plugin if needed. Then comes the plank. In the oceanic terms, plank is basically a component on sailing ship or yachts, and it is a pointy mast pointing out ahead of a boat. And this is also something we call as bowsprit, which is a spar extending forward from the vessel's bow or prow. The purpose of plank is that it provides an anchor point for the forestays, allowing the foremast to be held further forward of the hull of the ship. In the Kubernetes world, plank is the pro job controller. After hook creates a pro job, plank processes it and creates a Kubernetes pod for it to run the tests. Then comes the deck. In oceanic terms, at the bow it is called a forecastle deck. Amidship it is an upper deck, and at the stern it is called the poop deck. In Kubernetes terms, it serves or the deck serves as a UI or user interface for the history of jobs that ran in the past or are currently running. Then we have this term horologium. It is a form of ship clock and related to constellation, and it's an ancient navigation concept. In the realm of Kubernetes, it is a component that processes periodic jobs only. And then the last one is the salient one is a sinker. It is just another shipping slang, but in the Kubernetes terms, it is responsible for cleaning up old jobs and pods from the cluster. So basically, it does the garbage collection. Okay, I hope that now you have some better understanding of its major components. Then let's have a quick look on what are the use cases of this Pro. There are various use cases actually. We have something like GitHub automation on a wide range. Then we can use Blank for the job execution engine. We have then a component called as Crier, which is job status reporting to the CI/CD dashboard. Then we have Deck, which can be used to for the dashboarding for comprehensive job peer history, merge status, real-time logs, and various other statuses. We have another component called or use case called a Spyglass, which is nothing but a plug and play service to interact with some of the cloud services, and then it also shows job artifacts on the dashboard. I have seen it more on the Google Cloud, GCP. Well, then we have something matrices, which is a very easy pluggable Prometheus stack for observability. Then we have config as code for Pro, which is called as update config. And then there are many other use cases which are still evolving. And we have things like Syncer, branch protector, etc. And then the list goes on and on. And then let's have a quick look on the sample Pro job. In this code chunk, as you can see, the manifest is similar to what we have in the Kubernetes. So in summary, what this pro job is doing, this job is a pre-submit type, which basically means that it will be executed when a pull request is created against a master branch in the repo of Kubernetes community, and then a pod will be created from the image Golang with the version where this repo will be cloned, and then the mention command will be executed at the start of this container. The output of that command will decide if the pod has succeeded or failed, which will in turn decide if the pro job has successfully completed. So that is a summary of this job, and then there are various sample jobs which you can see in the GitHub repo of this pro, and the link to that GitHub repo is in the description of this video. So I hope that this introduction for Pro made sense. If you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to put them in the comment section. Thank you very much.